In 2154, a country on the other side of the ocean was affected by a virus leak. As a result, 98% of the world's people have become a kind of person, ghost or not. We are called zombies in Chinese, and those who survive have to be like mice, hiding in the corner, shivering. And I am the protagonist of this story. My name is Linmer, just an ordinary student before. But after this apocalypse, I found myself able to control zombies. Also, by virtue of this ability, I have survived until now. A week ago, I was still sleeping in bed. Suddenly, the phone rings. At first glance, it turned out to be a childhood sweetheart's night love. Pick it up quickly, just as I was about to confess. The other end of the phone didn't wait for me to finish speaking. I do. Warm little happiness instantly fills my face. But the next second, there was a scream on the other end of the phone. Said Brother Lin hurriedly. Run, and then the phone is cut off. I screamed desperately. The next second, I suddenly woke up from a house. This was the day of the disaster. I still remember it vividly. I took a look at the photo with Lian. I'm going to go out and find him. I didn't expect to just leave the door. A dark shadow rushed towards me. You gave me a fright. It turned out to be the zombie I controlled before. Luckily, I locked it up before going to bed yesterday. Otherwise, it's dangerous. Looks like I let my guard down, causing zombies to get out of control. The next second, I regained control of the zombies, getting ready to go night hunting. But there are so many funerals on the streets. Can't make it through for the time being. Just as I was thinking about how to get there, a shout came over. This call for help instantly attracted the zombies' attention. They all rushed towards the sound. I also seized the opportunity, quickly bypassed the corpse to safety. I looked at the source of the call for help, said coldly, "You really have a long life. How dare you call for help in this situation?" Sure enough, the railing was caught in the next second. The two who called for help were quickly swarmed by the corpse. In the end times, we can only rely on ourselves. Forget it. Don't think so much. I'm still looking for night hunting. Then I controlled the zombie and walked towards the Lian's house. On the way to the Lian's house, I just happened to meet the Lian and came to my house. The bus I take every time, so I controlled the zombie to check it out. As soon as I entered, I saw a familiar figure. Night Love senses someone approaching. Without hesitation, he launched an attack. This wretched man in front of me is actually in broad daylight. He reached out his claws to this girl in front of him. The next moment, the man takes off the girl's clothes. And this girl didn't resist. Raise your hand to match the man's behavior. The scenery and feel are really good. Just now, I finally found my night love. But I was too late. He has been infected. The Lian saw the beast in front of her. Without hesitation, he launched an attack. The girlfriend I had been searching for finally showed up. I must use my ability to rescue her. I plan to control the Lian first, because I found out that my girlfriend is still sane. This means there will be a chance to recover later. I use all my energy. Finally succeeded in matching with the Lian. I'm exhausted at the moment. Limp to the ground. Just when I was about to call the Lian back, the Lian looked at the zombies on the ground reluctantly, the gel in the back of the brain. So I controlled the Lian and dug the gel out. The Lian's eyes lit up when she saw this gel. I can only promise, just after Night Love swallowed the gel, I suddenly felt my body and that of the Lian began to recover and enhance. A year later, I finally saw my love again. Look in front of you. He was covered in blood. I gently caressed the Lian's face. Don't worry, I'll make you recover. But just then, because of the loosening of the spiritual link, the Night Love went berserk, pushed me down, in his sharp hand, about to pierce my body. I established the spiritual link in time. Keep him under control. Before departure, I need to change the Leon's clothes first. So we went to the clothing store. The Leon saw the zombie in front of her. He exuded a terrifying murderous aura. It seems that the nightclub wants the gel behind those zombie heads. Since you want, then I'll go with you. But the Leon forced me to attack first. Kill the zombie in one fell swoop. Seeing the attack of night love, it seems that my own strength will also be strengthened. Otherwise, I don't know when I'll die at his hands. It didn't take us long to clean it up. The nightclub just ate the gel. And I also felt that my strength was changing. Come to the store. I choose clothes slowly. I'm a boyfriend after all. Be meticulous. A change of underwear is also required. But you still have to wash before changing clothes. What happened next I won't describe in detail. Let's just imagine it. This wretched man in front of me, in broad daylight. He reached out his claws to this girl in front of him. Next second, the man took off the girl's clothes, and this girl didn't resist. Raise your hand to match the man's behavior. I have to. The scenery and feel are really good. Allure. I slowly woke up, looking at a beautifully dressed girlfriend. Very gratifying. Tidying up my hair, while thinking, it seems that yesterday's gel worked well. I sleep without losing touch. At this time, there was a rumbling sound from the lion's stomach. Is the lion hungry? If we are hungry, we will go nearby to eliminate the zombies together. And these dozen gels all went into the lion's mouth. However, just after eating, he fainted. I can only take him to find a place to live. Looking at my unconscious girlfriend, it feels like my body and his body are strengthening. The next day, I came back with water. The lion just woke up. I found that although the night love did not recover, but the eyes turned black. And I was pleasantly surprised. It seems that the mutation that occurred in the lion, it can be purified by the same kind swallowing each other. In order to restore the lion's sanity, I have to let him continue to evolve. But first, you need to find a good weapon. Suddenly, it occurred to me that Wang Min's knife shop is near here. It didn't take long for us to come to the knife shop. I took the club and went in. Come to the door of a warehouse, but it's locked here. I'm leaning against the door for a sound. I was suddenly hit by the door. A zombie's hand broke through the door. Then a mutant zombie rushed out. I quickly put the lion behind me. I rushed up alone. I planned to destroy this mutant zombie, but I didn't expect this zombie's strength to be no small matter. Just as the zombie rushed towards me, the lion goes around behind the zombie. Kill the zombies in one fell swoop. See the zombie solved. And I breathed a huge sigh of relief. The nightclub then dug out the mutated lost gel. Just want to eat. I quickly stop. I'm afraid something will happen to him if he withdraws, because the gel color in front of me is much brighter than before. Obviously, the concentration of the virus inside is much higher. Still have to find a safe place. What if he goes to sleep after eating? I put the gel away. Let's find weapons first. Looking at so many weapons in front of you, I don't know what to choose. Suddenly, I stepped on the floor and made a noise. I knocked it with my hand. Found a case. After opening the floor, a beautifully crafted knife appeared in front of me. Looking at such a sharp knife in front of me, I'm sure this is what I'm looking for on this trip. Put the knife away without hesitation. We just came out the door. Opposite a girl upstairs. There was an angry scream. Can you believe this beautiful girl in front of me? How could you do such a shameful move to me? Just now, I went home with my love. When I get home, I use disinfectant to remove the smell first, so as not to attract the attention of zombies. But this means it can only be used in places where zombies are not dense. Then, I took out the crystal of the mutant zombie just now. I didn't expect it. The Lian couldn't wait to open her mouth to feed me. Finally, I went straight to my mouth. Who can stand this picture? As Nightlove swallows crystals. My body was in excruciating pain. Yin voice falls. The next day, I slowly woke up. I jerked myself up from the ground. Because the Nightlove is gone. Is it out of my control? I sensed it. Fortunately, my connection with Delian is still there. I randomly and immediately used the location of the telepathic Nightlove. It turned out that Delian ran downstairs, and I went downstairs. But the first time I saw him, I was stunned, because at this moment, he seems to have regained consciousness. Just when I thought he had recovered. One step ahead, hugging him from behind excitedly. Great, you're finally back. But when I turned him around, and his reaction disappointed me. But it's okay. He had some emotional behavior. They're free to move around. Put it this way, just keep evolving. You will recover. And so we go back to that perpetual loss. In the eyes of the industry, zombies seem to be just inconspicuous low-level creatures. So, I wonder how Nightlove will react to other humans. Looking at Delian's dirty and beautiful face, I took out a tissue and wiped it for him with pity. Suddenly, there was a sound of fighting in the distance, and I look around. It turned out that a man and a woman were surrounded by zombies. The woman is very confident in the face of zombies. In front of that woman, men seem very mediocre. Next second, the attacking zombie has been divided into two by a woman. I watched from a distance. This woman has no fear in the face of zombies. It also exudes a confident temperament. Maybe he's also a psychic? I'd better not mind my own business. Just as I turned to leave, the man who accompanied the woman saw me. Call for my help. But this voice is really stupid. Attract the zombies around me. I was so angry that I yelled. As the zombies continued to approach, I filmed Delian, exposed my identity, and banned him from shooting. Grab the knife yourself. Prepare to see your own strength. To what extent? The girl in front of me had a dull expression. It doesn't matter even if it's undressed. All because the girl is a zombie. And I'm her boyfriend. Just now, we met two people surrounded by zombies. I was thinking about staying out of my business. Who knew this man would ask me for help? In an instant, I was surrounded by zombies. This whole operation is killing me. Although I am very angry, but he quickly calmed down and prepared for battle. Little by little as time goes by, the zombies are being wiped out little by little. As my mental strength increases, these ordinary zombies are like chopping melons and vegetables. A man sees such strength in me. Happy. Women never imagined that I would have such strength. Men think it's a breakout. Opportunity ran towards ZES. I can't help but report a national quintessence. Under the leadership of this man and woman, we took cover around the corner. During the conversation, I learned that the man's name is Liu Yuhao. The woman's name is Shana. After the zombies leave, they invited me to their base as a guest. But in order to avoid Nightlove, I will be seen as strange. And he refused. Just as Shana was about to leave, he suddenly noticed something. Shana took advantage of my lack of attention, suddenly lunged at the dagger behind me. Fortunately, I walk fast. Shana fell and ate shit. He scrambled to his feet. Where did the dagger behind me come from? I have no comment. Shana showed a pitiful look. Ask again gently. Where did I get the dagger behind me from? I don't want to mess with them anymore. So he said he picked it up at the Wang's knife shop. Shana said in disappointment, You found this knife. That means everyone in the store is dead. But then I stopped thinking about it. Instead, watch the night hunt. Then I hugged the night hunter. The two spheres collided violently. The nightclub wants to explode. Luckily, I got him under control in time. Otherwise, this little girl is doomed. In order to avoid being discovered by others about the abnormality of night love, so I said he was dumb. Go down there. She took Dylan's little hand and ran to the base. The end times come. My girlfriend turned into a zombie. And I can do whatever I want with him. Because I gained the ability to control loss. Just now, I was warmly invited by Shauna and the two of them. Night Love and I went to their base. I didn't expect there to be so many people here. Liu Yuhao and his friends were talking about today's events. Yellow Hair heard this and questioned it with disdain. Are they here for dinner? Just when Liu Yuhao was arguing with him, I glanced at Shauna beside me. Indifferent. When I saw this group of people, I immediately wanted to leave. At this time, Shauna was also anxious. He was trying to project authority. I didn't think that the master didn't care at all. Yellow Hair stood up and pointed at the young master and shouted loudly, "With a woman to feed. What kind of uncle are you pretending to be?" I slowly turned around. A sprint towards the Yellow Hair. Shauna wants to stop. But unfortunately, I'm too fast. Can't stop it at all. I lift the Yellow Hair with one hand. When did Huang Mao suffer from this anger? I want to scold. But how could I have given him that chance? The backhand gave him a pocket. Everyone was stunned when they saw my sudden move. I'll tell you what. I didn't like you when you first came in. Say another word. I'll hit you again. Yellow Hair looked at Shauna in fear. Want to ask for help. Shauna very helplessly stepped forward to persuade. Even you hit. Otherwise, forget it. But how could I let her go so easily? Those are two different things. Apologize to. King Cat sees Shauna stand up for him. Instantly hardened. Why are you so arrogant? I backhanded and slapped him again. Yellow Hair helpless strength is not as good as people. Can only apologize. I let go, looking at the Yellow Hair in front of him with contempt, just as I was about to leave. Liu Yuhao rushed over to apologize and told the truth. These are classmates, gathered together because of the apocalypse. And this Yellow Hair because the family has money. I used to hate it. Don't know him in general? Shauna quickly retained. It's going to be dark soon. Why don't you stay first? On the road tomorrow. But I don't want to deal with this group of people too much. And he refused. Who knew? Shauna quickly grabbed my hand. I looked back strangely. Shauna said in a hesitant manner that she actually wanted to ask me a favor. I looked at the moths in front of me, decisively refused. Shauna quickly explained that it had nothing to do with them. I just want you to help save it. Classmates at school. Help save people. But I need payment. Such a dangerous thing. Fool, he will do it. Shauna smiled and said, Isn't revenge on you? That short knife was made by my sister Wang Ling. I also know Wang Ling. Since we are all real-world friends, I'll pay it back. The favor was agreed. So today we stayed, so as not to arouse suspicion. Shauna and Night Hunter share a room, for safety's sake. I directly mentally manipulated Night Hunt. This is me, Night Hunter. I didn't expect Shauna to enter the room. Pushed the lian onto the bed. Start taking off your Night Love clothes. But now Night Love is me. As soon as I grabbed Shauna's wrist, I stopped her from moving. I didn't expect Shauna to be relentless. I'm going to ask the nightclub to help him undress. Facing such temptation, it would be a pity not to do something. Then I controlled the lian and pounced on it. I didn't expect it. The girls' dormitory is actually playing such an exciting game. I saw these two women. Stack your 4 balls together. Non-stop friction. Until the spark of love is rubbed. He actually took off the girl's clothes directly. And all of this is actually controlled by a man behind the scenes. And the fun begins now. And the next day, a group of us packed our weapons and food and set out. Big processing along the way. Zombies can do it well. Green hair can barely handle it. And look at the oil bottles. If it weren't for them in the end times, the cooperation of these two people should live very well. While I was thinking, suddenly a classmate was ambushed by zombies from behind. I rushed to the rescue, but it's too late. This classmate already hates Northwest. I slashed the zombie away. Came scared. I looked at the classmate who was pulled away by the zombie. Helplessly said that he was dead. This is the end. There was no choice. The sad crowd set off again. This time the road ahead is full of zombies. Look at the pair of zombies in front of you. I had a bold idea. I'm going to attract the attention of these zombies, so I don't have to go with these tow bottles. The green-haired man patted my shoulder, crying hysterically. You're still talking about your real cowhide. I thank you for everyone. I reach out my hand, said slowly. You only have 5 minutes to find a place. 5 minutes later, will this place be filled with zombies? I took Dylan to a cell phone store. Just open the door. A group of zombies rushed out. I'm directly controlling them. Then go to the phone cabinet. Turn each zombie into a mobile speaker. Then turn the sound to the maximum. These zombies are under my control. I rushed out with familiar music. The surrounding zombies noticed the abnormality of these zombies. Run towards them in an instant. At this time, Shayna also found an abnormality outside. Listening to music and hordes of zombies, he suddenly felt that the man in front of him was so handsome. Then Shana also gave the order to leave. Everyone started to move out. Looking at the corpse tied opposite, Shana became worried. Just then, I ran out of the back with the lian. What are you looking at? Run! The zombies found us. I grabbed 2 girls and ran. But it's too spacious. We must hurry into the building ahead to gather. In times of life and death, the man in front of him is trying to live. You used your classmates as bait? Just now, we avoid zombies. Ran into a building. The zombies followed us into the building. Random, there's a big melee in the building. Of course, the foolers are still shaking. At this time, 2 zombies came towards the oil bottles. Who knows this man with glasses? He actually pushed the classmate in front of him out, used him as bait, escaped alone. At this time, the lian can no longer hide. I saw him kill the zombies one by one. The way the students looked at the lian changed. I directed everyone to step back slowly. Kill bit by bit. After a fierce battle, we finally cleaned it up. Then Shana realized that 2 people were missing. The green hair pointed upstairs and they just went up. Shana wants to go up and have a look. I lament that you don't have to go up. They're dead. Shana blames herself. I think I hurt them. I grabbed Shana's shoulder. Consolation that you have done well. Then he turned and left. The screen changes. We arrived at the door of a supermarket. Split up and collect supplies. But since coming to this supermarket, I feel like I'm being watched. Suddenly, night love, strong desire, passed to me through a spiritual link. The thing that can make the lian long for must be mutated zombies. Suddenly, a scream came. The lian and I ran over immediately. I saw a mutated zombie eating. The lian and I immediately went into preparation mode. But this guy is rough-skinned and fleshy. To defeat him, you must find his weaknesses. I saw that I used my mental power to control him. But maybe this zombie has evolved too much. It's hard for me to control. Just as I was about to control the mutated zombies, Night Love from behind split the zombie's head in two, immediately dig out the zombie's evolutionary energy. So scared that they heard the sound and came. They were dumbfounded to see this huge zombie in front of them. After the battle just now, my connection with night love is stronger. With my current mental strength, maybe you can control 2 mutant zombies at the same time. The yellow hair on one side has just been bitten. It's starting to mutate. Shanna had no choice but to leave some water and food behind. Let him fend for himself. Yellow hair attributes it all to me staring at me. Not long. And we got to school. Now that they have been seatbelted, I'll be separated from them. Although Shanna looked disappointed, but still show a smile to express gratitude. That's all. The Leon and I killed zombies aimlessly in the building. But I was surprised. We came across one that can be caught with both hands. Strength mutant zombie. In the end, I controlled him. Let Delian give him a fatal blow after getting the lost gel. Delian can't wait to open her mouth. But I think it's too dangerous here right now. Put the gel away. Let's wait until we get to a safe place. Look at this hellish place. Did you realize that this was once a classroom? Just now. Shanna and her party arrived at the classroom door. Shanna knocked on the door uneasily. A voice immediately came from inside and asked who it was. Everyone is happy to hear that there are still people alive. But what followed was hell on earth. Teacher Wang opened the door covered in blood, instantly realized that something is wrong. So he asked the students inside. There were originally more than 20 people. Why are there only a few people left now? Teacher Wang quickly said that it was, Shanna rushed into the classroom. But the next scene directly broke him down. I saw the classroom was horrible. Green hair was scared to death. So go ahead and check. The next second, he covered his mouth and vomited wildly. Then Teacher Wang came up, said, "You came to save us." That's great. Do you have anything else to eat? Hear this. The knife in Shanna's hand is shaking. Finally, I couldn't bear it anymore and kicked Teacher Wang. This is Shanna remembering what I said. These people are moths. They have hands and feet, would rather eat a companion than go out looking for something to eat. Weak strength needs protection. It's not a crime. But the harm of such a person is no less than the loss. There we go. Let them fend for themselves. They hear that Shanna doesn't care. They kept cursing. And then he goes crazy for Shanna. I saw Shanna with a knife in her hand. Clean up these scum one by one. Not long. Shanna is covered in blood. Green hair came forward to take a look. Shanna is unconscious. But then the mutant zombies also appeared. People are running around. Mutant zombies can't catch people. He saw Shanna motionless, then pounced on it. Only then did everyone notice Shanna. But it's too late. The man with glasses knows that in this team, Shanna can protect him. He made a quick decision. That is to find a scapegoat. Push a person towards a zombie. Until the blood splattered below. He just woke up. A knife emerged from behind the mutated zombie's chest. What is the man in glasses trying to explain at this time? But Shanna didn't want to hear it at all. What they don't know is there's a familiar one up there looking at them. The next second, the yellow hair jumped at Shanna. Then he kicked Shanna away. At this time, the yellow hair has become night. Unfortunately, Shanna was no match for him at this time. Finally carried Shanna away. Green hair wants to save Shanna, but helplessly, the strength is not enough. One kick kicked her away. Then he said to ask Lin Mo to come to the boys' dormitory to find me. Or I'll kill Shanna. The green hair took some time to find me. Explain the situation to me. I didn't expect the yellow hair to mutate, but he's still sane. And this surprised me a little bit. Since the last night love evolved, with a hint of self-awareness. No more changes. Maybe from the yellow hair. Find something helpful for night love. Then we went to the boys' dormitory. Along the bloodstain we searched all the way. Soon found the yellow hair. At this moment, the yellow hair is already a person, ghost or not. Huang Mao has been blinded by hatred at this moment. I won't talk nonsense with him. Came right behind him. Planned to kill. But unfortunately, the king cat still has a little ability. But one blow didn't kill him. But the second attack did not escape him. I'll take care of him with one knife. After searching for a period of time, we ended up in a shop in the back. Found Shanna. Just when we were going to untie Shanna. Shanna told us not to come near, because she has been infected. If the yellow hair was attacked by mutants, resulting mutation, Shanna, this should be a secondary infection. The concentration of the virus will only dilute. Maybe there is still help. Maybe it could become like a nightclub. I want to take him away, but Shanna wants to kill herself. But how could I possibly let her succeed? That's when the virus kicks in. Shanna knelt on the ground and begged us, laughed, and then fainted on the ground. This woman in front of me is extremely lacking in love. Seems very lonely. Keep longing for my love. I tried my best. Finally made the woman submissive. Just now, Shanna is tortured by the virus. But the next second he stood up. It's coming towards me. Quickly reach out and try to grab the crystal from me. Could it be his instinct? Looking for something to help him fight mutation? Looking at Shanna in pain. I know it can't be delayed any longer. I asked everyone to leave. Take out a crystal. And fed it directly to Shanna. Shanna, who ate the crystal, obviously breathed a sigh of relief. But the next second, Shanna jumped at me. It seems that this moment is not enough for her to eat. But this virus is very pure. How can her body withstand 2 pieces? Is he going to evolve like a night love? Looking at Shanna in pain. I decided to take a gamble. Feed a crystal to Shanna. Shanna immediately fell into a deep sleep. The lian, catch her quickly. This scene is also bright enough. But just then, the zombies outside are surrounding, and I took them out of school. As soon as we find a safe place, when planning to rest, Shanna suddenly woke up. She pushed the lian away as soon as she woke up. He exuded a terrifying breath. Shanna is not in control at the moment. Extremely aggressive. I asked everyone to leave. I called Shanna's name. I feel like she's reacting to her name. But the next second, he's coming for me. It took a lot of effort for the lian and I to control him. Come to my senses, it's night. I tried to communicate with Shanna. It seems that he is as conscious as the lian, but then he went crazy. Nightclub, quick hold Shanna. I hurried in. Shanna's spiritual world. Discover. There are 2 minds in Shanna's body vying for dominance. It took me a while to get Shanna under control. The next minute, I was asleep. When I woke up, it was already dark. Looking at these 2 pitiful women in front of me, I'm relieved. And here comes the green hair. I see Shanna is fine. If you're happy, go up and hug her. And I knew something was wrong. Sure enough, Shanna showed a pink face in the next second. The green hair flew away in one fell swoop, just when he was about to blow the green hair head. Fortunately, I got it under control in time. Otherwise, the consequences will be unimaginable. This harmless woman in front of me, just because I wanted to take a look at his knife. An unhappy foot stepped on my face. It made my nose bleed. Just now. Shanna wakes up. I quickly asked her about her situation. Shanna doesn't seem to respond on the surface. but I noticed that her little hands were trembling slightly. Could it be that Shanna has the same conscious germination as Dilan? It's just that Shanna seems to be more sober. Then I saw a knife in the corner. I pick up the knife. I want to see if Shanna will meet Shanna. Upon seeing this knife, suddenly excited, a knife that snatched from my hand. Hold the knife tightly in your arms. I want it back. Shanna quickly retreated, finally shrank into the corner. That's when I realized. Is he still obsessed with this knife? I wanted to test my idea, so I went to get the knife again. The next minute, a little foot was on my face. Such an exciting scene. It's normal for me to bleed a little. Look at Shanna in front of you. I gave up helplessly. It's late at night. I fell asleep by leaning on the night training. The next day, the bespectacled man knocked on the door. Sad they found survivors in the street. Sure enough, they're on the street. Several people are surrounded by a pile of zombies. This redhead appears to be the leader of the team, commanding the battle. These people follow the instructions of the redhead. Some are fighting with zombies in front. Some take cover on the side. Very tacit cooperation. Look, these people should also be a regular survivor team. But these people actually led the zombies to us. I have to say it's really a fool. I decisively ordered everyone to evacuate. But because the door was blocked, we can only jump off the building with a rope. So I gave the order to the club. Let them go down early to clean up the zombies. The two jumped out of the window immediately after receiving the order. Scared green hair. The Leon and the others are mutated zombies. Physical ability far exceeds ordinary people. It went from the 4th floor to the 1st floor in almost an instant. The jaw of the green towel is about to fall off. But the most shocking, it is still the terrifying fighting power of Shanna and the Leon. A dozen zombies fell to the ground in an instant. When they cleared a clearing, we'd climb down the rope, take them out of this place of trouble. But unfortunately, as we run away, I actually met this group of survivors again. To avoid trouble, I took everyone to avoid. There are a bunch of zombies blocking in front of us, so we had to fight. After a while, the survivors finished cleaning up the zombies. Found us fighting zombies? On the principle that we are all human beings. He brought someone to help us. It didn't take long for us to clean up the zombies. The redhead sees our strength. They want to invite us to their base. Look at the bunch of tow bottles next to it, thinking of finding a good place for them. So promise me, everyone here is moving in an orderly manner. Someone is watching. There is a logistical burden, responsible statistical materials. There are moving supplies. This camp is not big, but it's basically fun. Then, he brought us to meet the boss of this base. What I didn't expect was, the boss of this base is actually an old acquaintance, looking at such a loving zombie girlfriend in front of me. I was constantly wandering between desire and reason. Sweat trickled down on the woman's headlights. Looks so girlfriend. I finally lost it. I lunged. Hug your girlfriend. Gagged his girlfriend's mouth. Then an indescribable voice sounded in the room. Just now. I followed the red hair to this base. I didn't expect to meet Wang Ling here. Unexpectedly, Wang Ling's status in this place is not low, because he is a psychic. So he was very valued by the boss. I wonder why he's still alive. It turned out to be a power user. Wang Ling saw me asking strangely about our identities. I'm speechless. Been his neighbor for so many years. You still don't remember me? Suddenly, Wang Ling saw the short knife on my waist. Say out loud that you are the one who stole my knife. What are you looking at? I made this knife. Give me back the red envelope. He also advised me to return the knife to him quickly. But I don't want to. Wang Ling saw that my attitude was so tough that it splashed. Just when Wang Ling and I couldn't argue, the leader of this camp appears. Although this boss looks very difficult to talk to. But I heard that it was us later. 180-degree change in attitude. After briefly explaining the conflict between me and Wang Lei, very generous and self-initiated to give me the knife. Wang Lei still seems unconvinced. Want to punch me, but I easily blocked it. Warning to Wang Ling. It's because you're Shana's cousin. To be so tolerant of you. But you remember this. It's the last time? Wang Lin left indignantly. After Wang Lin left, the boss wants to persuade me to join her. This camp is nice. But I can't join with Night Love in moments. My purpose this time is to find a place for these tow bottles. Leave them behind. And we left. Although there are many zombies on the road. But for Night Love, there is obviously no pressure. Pretty soon, we found a safe place to rest. Get ready for them to make up for it. Facing such a beautiful girl. What would you do? And I was holding his little hand and carried him to the side of the bed. Do whatever you want. Just now. In order to allow the two of the Lian to continue to evolve, I'm going to put the gel I collected today. Feed them. But when I opened it, I took a look. The gel inside actually fused. Do viruses also eat each other? Suddenly, there was a tingling pain in my head. It turned out that Shanna broke free from my control, staring at the gel in my hand. Just when I hesitated, Shanna wanted to forcibly pounce on it and grab it, split the gel in half. I gave one to Shanna. Shanna just ate the gel. I just hugged myself and shivered. The next second, Shanna blushed and looked at me, as I expected. When I thought something was going to happen, he actually fainted. Evolution, obviously. At first, I looked at Xiaolang dotingly. Take him to the sofa to rest. Next up is Night Love. Night Love swallowed the gel directly. The initial reaction was similar to Shanna's, also blushing. But the next second, Night Love eyes are red. The intense killing intent almost drowned me. Since my connection with the Lian is very deep, my eyes have turned red too. A strong desire to kill and destroy pervades the body. But this feeling is not only not painful, instead it's very comfortable. But the next second, I feel something is wrong. Mixed with Dilan's strong killing intent, I'm about to lose control of myself. I look at my hands. It feels like I'm going to turn into a zombie. But I knew I had to hold back. Otherwise, you may become a zombie. This allows me to know what to do to distract. As I search for purpose, suddenly attracted by Night Love, and I was completely blank. He directly pounced on the Lian. Looking at the Lian's alluring red lips, I finally lost control of myself. Gagged the Lian's mouth. Looking at such a cute girlfriend in front of you, I was sweating profusely. Dropped on girlfriend's headlight. See this scene? I directly knocked the Lian down. This man, he actually attacked his zombie girlfriend. After a night, the two lay limp on the ground. Just now, I am too oblivious to the peak season. The Lian just finished eating the gel. Accidentally inhaled a lot of Night Love's saliva. Since Dylan is a mutated zombie, so his saliva must also have a virus. I didn't expect a kiss with my girlfriend. It's going to kill me. If I mutate, the Lian and Shanna might lose control. But now, I have seen through life and death. I just want to be with the Lian. I am in control. Night Love hugs me. At least in the last moment of my life, you are still with me. 10 minutes passed. I didn't mutate. So saliva is not contagious? But Shana and Lu Xin were also conscious at the time. Will I slowly become that monster? Instead of like that, I might as well become a zombie. I stood up and I said, but I don't regret it. Because now you are by my side. Another 10 minutes passed. I still have nothing. Looking at the mouth of the nightclub, it is certain that saliva is not contagious. Then I hugged the lian. Overjoyed. It seems that I still need a few more times to suppress the shock. Do you think so? At this time, the lian actually took the initiative to touch my face. I thought the lian had regained consciousness, but the result was disappointing. It seems that a lot of gel is still needed to make him recover. I stood up. Pick up a coin at random. I want to test my current abilities. Just a ding. The coins flew away at breakneck speed. Go out, but the next second Elaine catches the coin. I raise the difficulty again. The lian still caught it all. This speed is like a cheetah running wild. Since I'm connected to night love, then I should have improved too. So I went to the bathroom. I didn't expect it to be too fast. It goes straight down there. The next second, a scream sounded. At this time, Shayna has been pressed under me. What I didn't expect was, my hand is on Shanna's little buns. And then I squeezed it a little bit. It was Shanna's rogue sound. Hear Shanna's rascal. I looked very excited. Did Shanna regain consciousness? The man in front of him actually pressed the little sister under him, despite his resistance, kneading the small steamed buns non-stop. Just now, because of an accident, I accidentally bumped into Shanna. I didn't expect it. Shanna's first words upon waking up. You're calling me a hooligan? Due to too sudden. I haven't reacted yet. I subconsciously squeezed it with my hand. I have a sigh. Although a little smaller, but it feels good. I suddenly had a reaction. Now is not the time to think about that. He just spoke. Shanna asked suspiciously, do I know you? I was amazed. But it didn't take long for me to be happy. Shanna's eyes turned red again. Did what I just did stimulate her consciousness? Then I leaned over with a smile. I'm going to pinch it again. Shanna quickly shook her head and said, no, it really works. Then if it is 2, 3 times, just as I was about to move on to the next step. Shanna yelled no. Then the eyes turned red again. Look at Shanna's red eyes. Is it too much stimulation? Then I took out my beer and drank it. Look at these 2 zombie girlfriends in front of you. In a good mood? Although neither of them regained their consciousness for too long. But at least they're all changing for the better. I believe that in the near future, both of them will regain consciousness. And here's the thing. My strength will also increase with the 2 of you. Maybe it's because I haven't had a drink for too long. A little dizzy. I want to open the window to get some air. Suddenly, I found a sound coming from downstairs. Then a girl with a blue ponytail came out. I took a closer look. It was a zombie. As soon as this blue ponytail zombie sees other zombies, just lunged up. Not long. He was surrounded by other zombies. This blue ponytail zombie is not afraid. Just get up with them. It won't be long before it's over. Just when I thought it was over and turned away, Shanna comes up. It's like a longing. Then the defeated zombie suddenly evolved. Then a bald zombie appeared. He summoned more zombies. See this scene? I had an idea. Bring the zombie back and study it. So control the night love and bring it back. As the saying goes, only by knowing yourself and your enemy can you win all battles. So I decided. Take a good look at this newly mutated zombie. The man sees no one around. Skillfully undo the girl's belt. Just listen to a swoosh. A pair of long, slender white legs appeared in front of me. In an instant, countless thoughts flashed through the man's mind. Just now, I controlled the lion to catch the mutant zombie back. I planned to study it carefully, this newly mutated zombie. After a busy period of time, I found a web in his head. This stuff is almost all over the lost body, especially the brain. I sniffed it before I got my nose. It tastes exactly like gel. What suddenly occurred to me, pick up the knife and put it in the zombie's head, stir in the bag. It didn't take long to dig the gel out. And that mesh is what makes a gel. It's just that ordinary zombies have too little virus content. Purity is too low. So it's invisible to the naked eye. But I believe, as long as the two women keep evolving, one day they will regain their senses. Think of this. And I started laughing. Then he commanded the two women to throw away the zombie's body. The lion accidentally soiled her clothes. Time came the next day. We came to a clothing store. Just opened the door. A bunch of zombies rushed over. Fortunately, I react quickly. Control them in time. It didn't take long for the two girls to clean up. Come to the changing room. I am adept at undoing the belt of the industry. Put on a brand new white dress for her. I looked at my chin. She's actually picking out clothes. I didn't expect her to choose this dress, although this dress is not suitable for combat. However, it is also good to bring a pair of pajamas as a gift. I'll show Shanna the clothes I picked out. But it seems that Shanna can't change clothes like the lion. I laughed. Since you can't wear it, then I can only help you. Can you believe that after the zombie caught the girl, I didn't eat her, but press him too. I kept slapping his little ass. After the fight, this zombie actually wants to be circled by girls. Come on, guys. Are all the zombies dead? Just now, I changed my girlfriend's clothes. I have to. My taste is still good. Now that the clothes have been changed, then it's time for us to leave. Just as we were about to leave, spotted some familiar figures. I took a closer look. It turned out to be a group of people. How did they happen to be here? Wang Ling kept cursing me. Then you walk forward unhappily. Hear their conversation. I complain. I just took your knife. I didn't take your needle sleeve. As for hating me so much, but just to be safe, I trained at night to watch them from the rooftops. Strange thing is, after we left, wherever you go, Wang Ling, they always have a rough idea of where I am. It seems that this girl's ability cannot be accurately located, otherwise you would have just been caught. Since you are so aggressive, don't blame me. So I went to an internet cafe. I planned to teach Wang a lesson. Sure enough, not for a while, Wang Ling and his party came. I control a zombie. Ready to surprise him. I saw a zombie with a wooden stick. Suddenly launched an attack on Wang Ling. Wang Ling was startled, but still dodged in time. But when he saw a zombie who could use a weapon, shocked. How dare you attack me? After saying that, he picked up the scimitar and slashed at the zombie. Who knew that this zombie actually had a 360-degree rear side? Just dodge it. Everyone was stunned. Is this still a zombie? After the zombie escaped the attack, take the stick with your backhand and smash it in. Li Yu wants to come and help. I didn't notice the man with the eyes at the back. Someone covered his mouth. I saw zombies under the attack of two people. Losing ground. Zombies see bad things. Run away. Don't forget to tease Wang Ling. Wang Ling is going to explode with anger. That's when they notice that the man with the eyes was gone. Li Yu thinks that zombie is weird. I want to persuade Wang Ling to leave, but Wang Ling doesn't care so much. That zombie actually provoked him so much. We have to kill him. Just after Wang Ling left, a person appeared behind Li Yu. I stood by the window and watched in silence. I control the zombies. He brought Wang Ling to the internet cafe. Suddenly, the zombie rushed out. Push him down. Third, just when Wang Ling wanted to fight back, the hand of the lying knife was held. I didn't expect zombies to cooperate. Looks like he's dead today. Who knew the zombies wouldn't eat him? Instead, raise your hand to smoke. Beat his little ass. Maybe Wang Ling's cry attracted the fat zombie. The fat zombie put its mouth close. Where has Wang Ling seen such a scene? Call yourself to be forked by zombies. I didn't expect that today's zombies don't eat people. Instead, it's going to circle and cross. Just now, I introduced Wang Lin into the internet cafe. I'm going to teach her a lesson. Not only did he hit her on the butt and let the fat zombie kiss her, disgusting her, no. Just dizzy, I lost control. Stop the action. Decided to see for myself. The king of the moment, Precious sitting on the floor. I patted him on the cheek, trying to wake him up. Wang Lin woke up trembling with fear. Hide aside. After seeing that it was me, I slowly calmed down. Why is Wall here? What about the two zombies before? I pointed to the two zombies who were dying and crippled on one side. Wang Ling saw that the zombies were solved. Just calm down. You saved me. I said proudly. There's no way. Your cry is too loud. I jokingly said to Wang Min, I saved you. Why is there no thank you? Wang Ling feels bad. Reached out and touched the place where he put the knife. Sure enough, it's gone. Then I lay on the ground and searched frantically. Are you looking for this? Wang Ling saw the knife in my hand. Immediately pounced. Wang Ling knows that there is nothing he can do about me. I can only ask Shanna for help. But Shanna is now a mutated zombie. Where do you remember her cousin? Just turn your head. Don't care. I stand in front of Shanna. Gave him a big mouth. Wang Ling looked at me in disbelief. How dare you hit me?